Welcome everyone. Welcome to our first live math review CSEC marathon. Okay, if you can hear me, drop a J in the chat so I know that you can hear me, that my mic is working and everything is good on my end. Okay, great, excellent. What I need you to do right now is to share the link to this live to your classmates, to your friends, anyone you know who is going to write the CSEC math exam this year. You need to share this link with them so that they can join in on the math game this evening. Okay, you should also at this time get your pen, your pencil, your calculator, because you will be allowed to use your scientific calculator this evening, and also your paper or your book for you to write, because you're not just going to be looking at me this evening, you're going to be engaged. Okay, you're going to be participating this evening. So I need you to get your paper, your pen, your pencil, and your scientific calculator. Okay, and go ahead and share with your classmates. We will begin shortly in about 4 to 5 minutes. So go ahead and do that. For those of you all who do not know me, my name is Kishara George, Miss Kishara George, the CEO and founder of Jumpstart Institute, an online learning institution. And our mission at this institution is for us to improve academic performance through technology. So today we will be using a software, a game-based software, for us to engage in our math game this evening. Okay, so you will be actively participating in a math game, and this evening will be focused on functions. We will be looking at functions this evening. Okay, if you have not subscribed to the channel as yet, you should do so. Good evening, good evening. Okay, I can see what you all are typing in the chat. I can see, so good evening and welcome. Okay, if you have not subscribed to the channel, you need to do so right now. You need to subscribe to the channel because I will be on again. I will be on again on the 3rd, God's willing, on May 3rd, on the 10th of May, as well as on the 16th of May, which is the day before the exam. Okay, so you need to subscribe to the channel in order for you to get notification when I do go live. Okay, so go ahead and share. Let your friends know that I am on, and we're going to review functions this evening. Okay, for those of you who are unaware, we also have available at Jumpstart Institute. We also cater to students from grade 5, grade 6, all the way up to 5th form. So we do have available on our website our CPEA math or any grade 6 level math digital study guide. Okay, and we also have available our CSEC math digital study guide. It is the ultimate, the best CSEC math digital study guide on the planet. I'm telling you, once you get hold of this digital study guide, it is a crash course for you in order for you to prepare for the CSEC math exam. So how do you get access to this guide? You would need to go to our website, www.jumpstartinstitute.com. Once you scroll up, you will see the link to both the CPEA as well as the CSEC math. You click on unlock the success, and then you will be taken to the payment section. We have it for $39.99 one-time payment. Okay, and you will get access to 2 parts, part 1 and part 2, and this gives you access to our bank of animated videos going through multiple concepts covering As you can see here, covering number theory, consumer arithmetic, all the areas that you need to prepare for algebra, relation functions and graph, all the different areas that you need to cover. Okay, we go through, this one is which one here? Okay, this is cosine rule and sine rule and bearings. Okay, so we have trigonometry, measurements, okay, all the different concepts that you need to cover. Okay, so let's see here. So again, I'm going to begin in a few minutes. I'm going to begin. Okay, so quite a few persons here. Okay, so this evening, what we are going to use, we are going to be using a platform called Kahoot for us to play. So I would like you all to sign on. I am going to start. So I'm going to type the link in the chat. I would like you to go to www.kahoot.it. I want you to click on the link. I just sent it in the chat, and I am going to give you the game link in order for you to enter, and you can choose any name that you wish to. As I said, today we are going to be looking at functions. So the game link, the game is loading right now. So the game link is 4798758. So you just enter the game link after you have clicked on www.kahoot.it, and you enter the game link, the game code, pin 4798758. You choose your emoji like somebody did here. You put in your name. You do not need to put your real name. Nobody needs to know your real name. That's okay. And while you're playing the game, you get an answer correct. Only you can see that. Well, I can see that from my end, but nobody else can see. If you get it incorrect, no one else is going to see but you. Okay, so no need to feel bad if you make a mistake, and that's how we are going to learn here. If you make a mistake, don't feel bad. We're all here to learn today. I'm going to type the game code in the chat for persons who can't see. So let's see here, the game code is 4798758. So I just sent this in the chat. For those of you all just coming in, you go to www.kahoot.it. I'm sending the link again in the chat. So you click on that link and then you enter the game code 4798758. Okay, there are 20 of you all here, so let me see how many persons are actually on the game. Okay, so I see that 3, 6, 9 of you all here, so there are quite a bit of you all who have not signed in as yet, so I'm waiting on you all. Okay, so 10 of you all signed in, and there are, okay, 11 now. Okay, so KK, I see you there. You're ready. Paco, Bob, Jay, Ali, Nikki, Queen B, Enrique, Smiley, Jeffrey, and Youngin. You all are there and ready to go. I'm waiting on the others to sign in. I'm going to put in the link one more time, www.kahoot.it, and I'm going to type the code one more time. I'm going to type the code one more time. I mute my music so that you can hear me. 4798758. Again, those of you who just came in, you are going to need your pencil or your pen and your paper. You're not just going to be looking at me, you're going to be working, okay? You're going to be engaged. You need your scientific calculator, so please get that right now. The questions that we'll be looking at, they are paper 2 questions. However, for some of them, I did put multiple choice options for you, okay, to sort of help you while you're doing playing the game. Okay, but these questions are paper 2 questions, so I encourage you to use your calculator while you are doing the questions. Yes, there are some you are able to do mentally, and you can go ahead and do that. For some of the questions, you will have to type in the answer, okay, while others you will have options. Also, after each question, you will notice that the following question is very similar to the previous one. So this means that if you make a mistake on one question, I am going to explain, and then you will have an opportunity to then apply the concept or what I discussed with you. Okay, so if you are ready to play the game, and I should go ahead and start, I want you to type a J in the chat. J for Jumpstart Institute. Type a J in the chat if I should go ahead and start the game. I have 13 persons on and ready to go. Nye, Smiley, J, on and ready to go. Okay, so let me know if I should go ahead and type a J in the chat. So I see Janae is ready, O is ready. What about the others? If you're ready, type a J in the chat. Okay, so I'm going to begin. We are looking at functions. Good luck to everyone. And remember, we are all winners at the end of the day. The function f is defined as f of x is equal to x minus 3. Find the value of f of 6. Okay, I'll give you a little hint. You have to do a bit of substitution. Okay, substituting the variable x, you have to do a bit of substitution in order for you to determine the value of f of 6. Okay, excellent. 8 persons got this correct. Excellent. Okay, let's see. I'm giving you some confetti. Okay, so let's see here. The question said that f of x is equal to x minus 3. Okay, so as you can see here, our variable is x. Now the question asked that we find the value of f of 6. Now I color-coded this for you. So if you look closely, you will notice that in the place of x, we now have the number 6. So what are we going to do? We are simply going to substitute or replace the value x in the function with the number 6. So replacing x with 6, we simply say that f of x is equal to 6 minus 3, and this gives us 3. Very simple. Okay, so again, look at the position of where the 6 is. The 6 is in the position where the variable x was before. So we simply substitute 6 into the function in the place of the variable x. The next question is very similar, so take note of that. Okay, Youngin, I see you at the top here. Remember, you can use your calculator. This is a paper 2 question, so you can use your calculator. So again, for this question, we are substituting. Okay, we are going to substitute in the function f of x. Okay, I'm going to tell you what we are substituting. Okay, excellent. Well, one more person got it correct this time. 9 persons instead of 8 previously. Okay, so that's great. Let's look. I'm just going to give you a quick explanation. Okay, so the question said that f of x is equal to 2x minus 1. That's the function. You were asked to calculate or to find the value of f over half. Okay, so again, as you can see, we replaced x with a half. So we are going to do the same. I'm simply going to erase x. And in the place of x, I'm going to put this in bracket because I have a fraction here. I am going to place the fraction a half. Now 2 multiplied by a half, using your calculator, you will get 1. But you can also calculate this. 2 times a half, you would multiply the whole number 2 by the numerator 1, and you would get 2 over 2 minus 1. 2 over 2 is the same as 1 minus 1, and this would give you a value of 0. Therefore, f over half would be 0 when you substitute it into the function f of x is equal to 2x minus 1. You all are doing great. Let's move on to the next question. Again, you are getting points not just for accuracy but also for speed. As you can see, I am timing you all. And the reason for that is because the math exam, the CSEC math exam, it's not just accuracy, but it's also about speed. Okay? So when you're in the exam room, you cannot be too relaxed, wasting time, because the time is going to go on you. Okay? Just letting you all know, for the paper 2 question, you should not spend more than 15 minutes on one section. Okay? When I say one section, one question, you will have 10 questions with different parts. You should not stay more than 15 minutes on one question. Okay, so let's go to the next question. This one is a little different. You're going to type in your answer. Just place the numeral. The function h is defined as h of x is equal to 5 to the power of x. Find the value of h of 0. Okay, so 6 persons got this correct. Excellent. So the answer is 1. Let's see here. So the function is h of x is equal to 5 to the power of x. And you're asked to find the value of h of 0. So again, x was replaced with 0. So we are going to do the same in the function. So h of 0 would become 5 to the power of 0. Now what's 5 to the power of 0? Any number raised to the power of 0 or any variable raised to the power of 0, the answer is 1. I'm going to show you on my calculator. Okay, let me pull up my calculator here. Okay, 5 to the power of 0, the answer is 1. I could have 241 raised to the power of 0. The answer is still going to be 1. Any number raised to the power of 0, any variable raised to the power of 0, the answer is 1. You may see a question like this pop up in your multiple choice. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Okay, I see Youngin on the top here, not moving at all. Jeffrey, I see you. KK, Queen B, and Nee, and there are 3 other persons trying to come to the top. Okay, you all are doing a great job. Excellent. We are going to the next question. In this case here, you have two functions that you're dealing with. You have some extra time. Okay, I'll give you a little hint. When you're substituting, begin on the right side. So you're going to begin with -2, and you're going to substitute -2 into the function g of x. When you find your value, you are then going to substitute this value into the function f of x. So you're starting on towards the right side of the question. F of g of -2. You begin with -2, put it into the function g of x. Once you get your value, you place it into the function f of x. Okay, so let's see, only 2 persons got this correct. So let's get to the whiteboard. Let's get to the whiteboard. Let's get to the whiteboard. So the functions are f of x is equal to x minus 3. Let's make sure I got this correct, x minus 3. The second function, g of x, is equal to x squared minus 1. Okay, so let's see here. So the question says to find the value of f of g of -2. So again, we're going to begin on the right side. So we are going to begin with -2, and we're going to substitute -2 into the function g, because we have g first here. So what we are going to do is we are going to find what is g of -2. Okay, so substituting -2 into the function in the place of x, we have -2 squared minus 1. Now my question to you, I want you to type in the chat for me. What's -2 to the power of 2? Type your answer in the chat for me, please. What's -2 raised to the power of 2? Is the answer 4 or the answer -4? What's -2 raised to the power of 2? Please type your answer in the chat. -2 raised to the power of 2. Okay, so I see some persons saying 4. Okay, so this is correct. The answer is 4. Okay, a -2 raised to the power of 2 means -2 multiplied by -2. Whenever you multiply two negative numbers, only in maths, 2 wrongs make a right. 2 negatives become a positive, only in maths. Okay, so -2 times -2 is actually +4. Now, those of you are using your calculator, it's very important that when you're dealing with your negative numbers that you place your negative numbers in brackets. Let me show you. Okay, I'm going to show you using my calculator here. Okay, let's say I do not use the brackets and I were to put -2, just like this, raised to the power of 2, my calculator is going to give me -4 for my answer, which is incorrect. Okay, so you should open your brackets, then you place your -2, close your bracket, then you raise that negative number to the power, and then you get your answer +4. Okay, so that's very important. Please take note of that. Okay, so -2 to the power of 2, that gives us 4. Then we say 4 minus 1, that's equal to 3. Now what do we do with this 3? We then substitute this 3 into the function f of x. Okay, so substituting the 3 into the function f of x. F of x was x minus 3. Substituting 3, we simply say 3 minus 3, which gives us 0. Okay, so again, you begin on the right and you move back. Okay, so let's get back to the game. The next question is very similar to this one, so I expect better results. Okay, so we're dealing for positive numbers, so this is, again, it's okay to use your calculator. These are paper 2 questions. Okay, again, so make sure you begin on your right. You take the number 4, you substitute it into the function f of x. Then when you get your result, you then substitute this answer, this value, into the function g of x. So 4 into f of x, then your answer into g of x. You have 20 more seconds. You have 20 more seconds. Okay, so excellent. So first time I got 1 person getting it, or 2 persons getting it correct. No, I got 8 persons to get this correct. So this is excellent. Okay, so let's see here, quick explanation. So we had f of x, the function f of x is equal to 2x minus 5. The function g of x is equal to x squared plus 3. Okay, now you're asked to find the value of g of f of 4. Okay, so I color-coded my variables and I color-coded my number. So again, starting on the right-hand side, okay, you substitute 4 into the function f of x in the place of f. So substituting here, we would have 2 multiplied by 4 minus 5. 2 times 4, that's 8. 8 minus 5 gives us a value of 3. Now what are we going to do with this value of 3? We are now going to substitute it into the function g of x. Okay, so g of x is here. G of x is x squared plus 3. So we are going to substitute 3. This becomes 3 squared plus 3. I'd like you all to type for me in the chat the value of 3 squared. What's 3 squared? Is 3 squared equal to 6 or 3 squared equal to 9? Help me out here, I can't remember. Okay, excellent, 9. Okay, so 3 squared does not mean 3 times 2. The power tells you how many times you should multiply the base by itself. So 3 squared means 3 times 3, so that's 9. 9 plus 3, that gave us our value of 12. So our final answer, not 13, why am I writing 13? Our final answer of 12. Okay, so excellent, excellent, excellent. You all are doing great. Let's see here. Okay, next question. Okay, so I see KK pass Young in. Queen B is still there. Jeffrey, Nee, and there are some others, 5 others under there fighting to come to the top. You all are doing excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so let's see here. This one is slightly different. I'll give you a hint. F squared of 2. F squared is the same as saying f of 2. F squared of 2 is the same as saying f of 2. Let me show you on the whiteboard. F squared of 2 is the same as saying f of 2. So substitute 2 into the function f. When you get your value, substitute it into the function f again. And the function itself is 3 minus 2x. The f with the semicolon and the x and the arrows, don't let that confuse you. Focus on the expression 3 minus 2x. This is what you are going to substitute the number 2 into. 5 more seconds. So the answer was 5 and only 3 persons got this correct. So let's fix this right here. So let's see. So f squared of 2 also means f of 2. Okay? So f squared is the same as saying f of 2, which is the variable that we had here. The variable is 2, which we have inside the brackets. So again, we begin on the right. We are going to take the variable 2 and we're going to substitute it into the function f. What is the function f? As I told you, all this fancy thing you see in here with the semicolon and the arrow, it reads f is such that x is mapped onto 3 minus 2x. But what you really want to focus on is the expression right here, 3 minus 2x. So you are going to substitute the 2 in the place of x. So what do we have? We say 3 minus 2 multiplied by positive 2. Negative 2, this 2 here is negative. A subtraction sign means that the number is negative. So 3 negative 2 times positive 2, this gives us negative 4. 3 minus 4, this gives us negative 1. So this value right here, f of 2, is negative 1. What are we going to do with that negative 1? We are going to then substitute it into the function f again. So I'm going to erase this here, but this time I'm going to substitute negative 1. So let's see here, 3. So again, the 2 which is here, remember this 2 is, we're not going to say 2 times negative 1. We're going to say negative 2 times 1. A subtraction sign means that the number is negative. So I'm going to ask you all, what's negative 2 times negative 1? Remember what I told you all about 2 negative numbers in math? Okay, let's see here. Type in the chat, what's negative 2 times negative 1? Is the answer positive 2 or negative 2? What's negative 2 times negative 1? Okay, excellent. The answer is positive 2. Again, I told you, only in math, you know, 2 wrongs make a right. Don't say, teacher, Miss George, say to do 2 wrongs, you know, it's correct. No, only in math. So negative 2 times negative 1 will give you positive 2. Okay, so this becomes plus 2. Okay, positive 2, this becomes plus 2. So 3 plus 2, this is equal to 5. Therefore, f squared of 2, which also means f of 2 is equal to 5. Okay, so let's get back to our question. The next question is very similar. Okay, so let's see here. KK is still to the top. Let's see here. Next question, very similar. The function g is defined as g is such that x is mapped onto 3x plus 2. You are to find g squared of negative 3. so again, remember g squared means g of g. So g squared of negative 3 is g of negative 3. You're going to take the value negative 3, substitute it into the function g of x. When you get your answer, you are going to substitute it again into the same function. So you're going to be substituting twice into the same function. Again, you are replacing the variable x with the value of negative 3 in the first instance. And when you get the new value, you're then going to substitute it again. You have 15 seconds left. Okay, excellent. So this time, 8 persons got this correct. Okay, as opposed to how many got it correct the last time? 2 persons. So we are seeing some improvements. Excellent. So the answer was negative 19. I'm giving you all confetti because you're doing great. Okay, so let's see here. So the question asked that we find the value of g squared of negative 3. G squared means g of negative 3. So we're going to begin on the right. We are going to substitute negative 3 into the function g in the place of x. So therefore we say 3 times negative 3 plus 2. Could you all type in the chat for me what's 3 times negative 3? 3 times negative 3, would my answer be 6? Would my answer be negative 9? Would my answer be positive 9? I can't remember. What's 3 times negative 3? Now I'm doing this mentally, but again, these questions are paper 2 questions. You are able to use your calculator. Okay, so yes, the answer is negative 9. So 3 times negative 3, that's negative 9. Negative 9 plus 2, that gives you negative 7. Again, you can use your calculator. So once we get the value negative 7, we are going to substitute this value into the function g again. So negative 7, we say 3 times negative 7 plus 2. 3 times negative 7, this gives us negative 21. Negative 21 plus 2, this gives us negative 19. Okay, again, you can use your calculator here, but you still have to know how to do these things mentally, because for your paper 1, you are not allowed to use the calculator. So the final answer was negative 19. Let's move on to the next question. So here you are asked to find the inverse of the function. There are certain steps that you have to follow to find the inverse of a function. So g, you see the negative 1 to the top. We don't say g negative 1. We say g inverse of x. So we are asked to find the inverse of this function. The function g is defined as g of x is equal to 3x plus 2. And we are to find the inverse of the function. There are certain steps that you are to follow to find the inverse. You have about 40 seconds remaining. all did great. Okay, 8 persons got this correct. Excellent. So the inverse of g of x, which is 3x plus 2, is actually x minus 2 over 3. So for those of you all who did not get it correct, just to give you all the steps, first you change the function into an equation by changing g of x, whether it's g of x, h of x, f of x, whatever of x, change it to the variable y when you're changing it to an equation. So we say y is equal to 3x plus 2. Then once you have changed it to an equation, you want to switch the variables. So in the place of y, you're going to write x. In the place of x, you're going to write y. Okay, then you are going to solve for y. Okay, so solving for y means we want to remove the positive 2 and the 3 and bring it to the other side of the equation. How do we do that? We do that by doing the opposite of whatever is being done here. Where do we begin? Do we begin on the 3 or on the 2? I'm asking you all. Could you all type in the chat for me? Do I move the 3 to the other side first, or should I move the positive 2? Because you can't just start moving from anywhere. Should I move the positive 2 or should I move the 3? Okay, excellent. You should move the 2. Always move the number that is furthest away from the variable. So because the 2 is being added, we are going to subtract 2. Opposite of addition is subtraction. Whatever you do on one side of your equation, you should do the same on the other side. So we now have x minus 2 is equal to 3y. 3 is being multiplied by y, so therefore we divide by 3 on either side. Therefore, g inverse is equal to x minus 2 over 3. The next question is very similar to this one. We have just about 4 more questions remaining. The next question, you will be required to calculate the inverse. I see KK at the top here, Youngin, Jeffrey, Nee, and I see about 8 more persons trying to get to the top, and it's saying here that they're working hard. This is what my system is telling me, that you all are doing great. Okay, I'm giving you all some confetti for that. So go ahead and find the inverse of this function for me, please. You have about 30 seconds remaining. I feel like everybody's going to get this correct. I feel like everybody's going to get this correct. Okay, so 10 persons got it correct. We did see some improvements. Okay, we did see some improvement. I'm still going to give a quick explanation. Okay, so you all did do great. I'm giving you all confetti. You all did do great. Okay, so f of x is 4x minus 7. We're asked to find the inverse. So we write the equation y is equal to 4x minus 7. Switching the variables, we have x is equal to 4y minus 7. Solving for y, we move the negative 7 first by adding 7 on either side of the equation. So we now have x plus 7 is equal to 4y. Because the 4 is being multiplied to y, we divide by 4 on either side. So now the inverse of the function is x plus 7 over 4. Okay, you all did a great job. We just have 2 more questions, or 3 more questions actually. Okay, you all are doing great. Okay, this one is slightly different. So in this, notice that the 11 is not in the place of x. The 11 is on the other side of the equation. So this is not g of 11. This is g of x is equal to 11. You are to calculate the value of x for me. What is x when the function is equal to 11? Okay, so let's see here. Only 3 persons got this correct. Is it that case? Yes, that's what I'm seeing here. Okay, so let's see. So the question said that g of x is equal to 3x plus 2. The question is asking you to find the value of x when g of x is equal to 11. Do not mistake or confuse g of x is equal to 11 to g of 11. This is different. G of 11, I am replacing x with 11. G of x is equal to 11 means I'm going to take the entire function g of x and I'm going to make that function equal to 11. Okay, so calculating and solving for the value of x. Again, I'm going to move the number that's furthest away from the variable x, which is plus 2, by minusing 2 on either side. The reason why minus 2 is because the opposite of plus would be minus. So this cancels. So this becomes 3x is equal to 9. Okay, now dividing by 3, because it's been multiplied here, I divide by 3 on either side. Therefore, x, 9 divided by 3, that's 3. X is equal to 3 when g of x is equal to 11. Okay, so the next question is very similar to this one. We have 2 more questions left. I see Kiki is still at the top. Youngin and Jeffrey fighting in there, and there are 4 others working hard. Okay, so the next question is very similar. F of x is equal to 9 is not f of 9. Okay, excellent. So that's a big improvement here. 14 persons got this correct this time. So I am getting some improvement. The answer was 5. So again, once you see the number on the right side of the equation, it does not mean to substitute. So do not confuse f of 9 to be f of x is equal to 9. Okay, so let's see here for those of you all who made the mistake, because no one is left behind, even if it's two persons got this incorrect. So f of x is equal to 2x minus 1. What is f of x is equal to 9? We're going to make the entire expression here, the entire equation rather, not 2x is equal to, sorry, it's 2x minus 1 is equal to 9. So again, moving the minus 1 because it's furthest away from the variable, by adding 1 because addition is opposite to subtraction. This cancels. This becomes 2x is equal to 10, dividing either side of the equation by 10. The reason why I'm dividing by 2 is because 2 is being multiplied to x. Okay, so 10 divided by 2, that becomes 5. Therefore, my solution is x is equal to 5. Okay, we're on to the final question. The final question is almost like a bonus question, like, because it's completely different from the others. Only one like it. So it's almost like a little tiebreaker. Okay, so let's move on to this one. Okay, so we're on to the final question for this evening. Okay, so 6 persons got this correct. Not too bad. Let's see here. So the function f of x is equal to 5x minus 4. And the function g of x is equal to x minus 3. Now we are asked to find what is f of g of x. So again, as you can see, we do not have any number, okay, replacing our variable x. So here what we have to do is we have to take the entire function g of x and substitute it into the function f in the place of x. So here we have g of x, which is x minus 3. We are going to take the entire function x minus 3 and we're going to place it in the place of x in the function f of x. So this becomes 5, open brackets, let me use my black ink instead, 5, open bracket, x minus 3, because I'm putting the function in the place of x, minus 4. Okay, so here we have x minus 3 in brackets. We can't simplify this, so we are going to use a law called, can anybody tell me what the law is when we are multiplying our numbers into brackets? Because we need to multiply the 5 by x. We also need to multiply the 5 by negative 3. Does anybody know the name of the law that we're going to use? A little hint, it starts with the letter D. You need to know your mathematical rules and your laws. Does anybody know the name of the law that we're going to use to multiply the 5 by the x as well? The reason why we need to multiply the 5 by x. Excellent, Nathan, Emmanuel. Distributive law. Distributive law. So we are going to multiply 5. Excellent, Jenny. We multiply 5 by x, so this becomes 5x. Then we multiply 5 by negative 3. Remember, subtraction sign means that the number is negative. So this becomes negative 15 minus 4. Our brackets is now open. Let me bring this up. Okay, so then this becomes 5x. Now we're not going to say 15 minus 4. We're going to say negative 15 minus 4 because a subtraction sign means that the number is negative. So negative 15 minus 4 gives us negative 19. Okay, so therefore f of g of x is equal to 5x minus 19. Okay, so I think you all did an excellent job, excellent job. I'm now going on to the end and we're going to see who the winner is. Before we get to that section, if you know that you're going to work hard and you're going to get a 1 on the upcoming CSEC exam because you have to believe in yourself in order for you to succeed, I want you to type a 1 in the chat for me, please. Type a 1 in the chat if you believe that you're going to pass this upcoming CSEC exam. If you do not believe in yourself, chances are when you're reaching the exam, as soon as this is something that you're unfamiliar with, you're probably going to panic. So you're not going to panic. I want to know who is working towards a 1. Type a 1 in the chat if you're working towards a 1. Okay, let's see here. Okay, excellent, excellent. I like that. I like that. Hopefully, listen, I don't want to say hopefully, you know. Hopefully, I want to know, you have to say, yes, I am going to get a 1 and you're going to work towards a 1, okay? For those of you all who have not subscribed to the channel, I want you to do so right now. Click that subscribe button because I will be on again. I will be on again on the 3rd of May. God's willing, the 10th of May as well as on the 16th of May. So we're going to come on here and we're going to apply all of the concepts that we know. For those of y'all who feel like you need some extra assistance, you're looking for a crash course, you can go to our website, www.jumpstartinstitute.com, and on here we have the best, hands down, I know, I created it, hands down, the best crash course, best CPA, not CPA, sorry, CSEC. I do have CPA, that's for grade 6. Okay, so if you have a little sister, brother in grade 6, let them know that the digital study guide is right there with questions, animated videos. So once you click on the CSEC math, unlock the success, because that's what you're unlocking once you get into this guide. I'm telling you, I know, I created it. Once you get in there, you're going to get access to all of the content that you need for you to pass this exam. Number concepts, consumer arithmetic, algebra, all the different areas. Okay, vectors and matrices. You're going to get access to trigonometry. Okay, with all of the animated videos with sample questions, very similar to exam type questions in there with animations, with effects. Basically bringing the mathematics alive for you. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. So again, we are all winners, okay? This is just a game and we are just, you know, assessing our ability. Okay, so let's see who is at the top. So we have Jeffrey, number 3, and KK in the 2nd place. And we have Yogi to the top. Okay, so congratulations to me as well as Onai as well as Bob in 5th place. I think you all did an excellent job. For those of you all who do want a link to this game free of charge, there's no fee for this. Okay, just send me a WhatsApp message. Okay, so you can WhatsApp our business number at 1264-581-9957. I'm sending this in the chat. And I just want you to WhatsApp me CSEC. WhatsApp me CSEC Math Day 1. Once you WhatsApp this to me, I am going to send you a link to the game that we played today. Okay? I'm going to send you a link to the game that we played today, and you are going to be able to play this game on your own time. I am going to remove the timer on it just so that you are able to play at your own pace. Okay, so again, I'm looking forward to seeing you all here with me. And please share the good news. Okay, don't keep all this to yourself. You want everybody to pass, not just you. So tell your friends, tell your classmates. The person doesn't have to be in your country. Oh, by the way, where are you all from? I know I have some persons here from Anguilla. Could you all type your country in the chat for me, please? Where are you all from? Could you all type your country in the chat for me? For those of you who do not know, I am originally from Dominica, but I live here in Anguilla. Okay, so I see a fellow Dominican here, St. Lucia here, Sacafet, and Anguilla, excellent. Okay, so please go ahead and tell your friends, let everybody know about this channel. If you have not subscribed, ensure that you subscribe to the channel. So Dominica, St. Lucia, Montserrat, excellent. Lisa, okay, so tell someone who is writing the CSEC math exam, whether it is an adult learner, whether it's someone in fifth form or maybe someone in fourth form 4. Okay, don't keep all the good news to yourself. Please share and let them know that we will be having our CSEC Math Review Marathon. It's free of charge, absolutely free. I will be on again, God's willing, next week, Wednesday, on the 3rd of May. Okay, so let's see here on the 3rd. So I'm going to go live twice. Okay, all right, so I really enjoyed my time here with you all. Message me if you want the link to the game and if you want access to the best, hands down the best crash course, digital crash course, go to www.jumpstartinstitute.com and get a hold of our CSEC math study guide again. Okay, so I will see you all next week, God's willing, and congratulations again to those of you all who placed first, second, and third.